All right, so I don't have a Spotify. I guess I got to get on that. So you guys can play whatever music you want. Close your eyes. I like to sit on a blanket folded up so that my sit bones are kind of pushing in towards the earth. So it's more towards the front of your sit bones than the back of your sit bones. And that kind of naturally brings your knees down. And then as you close your eyes, begin to lengthen the spine and deepen the breath. And imagine that as you inhale, the crown of your head is reaching up towards the ceiling and getting long. And as you exhale, imagine your shoulders going towards the earth. Hips softening, connecting to the earth. Navel coming in towards the spine. Just start slowing down that breath. The quote I brought for today says, "Turn your can'ts into cans and your dreams into plans." So maybe while you're sitting here just kind of breathing and observing, think of one thing that you've been saying you can't do and do a small aspect of it. And just begin by telling yourself that you can. And turn it into a plan on how to do it. With each inhale, find length through the spine. Draw in that healing energy, visualize it, see it. With each exhale, allow the shoulders to sink towards the earth, allow the hips to sink towards the earth, allow the navel to come gently back towards the spine. Continue the breath just like that, inhaling for at least a count of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhaling for that same count of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a few breaths just like that. Inhaling, finding length, and kind of scanning your body as you exhale. Where do you feel tightness? Where do you feel resistance? Your next exhale, gently allow your chin to come in the direction of your chest. Take a moment right there. Allow the weight of your head to kind of pull towards the earth, but your spine stays long. Your shoulders go towards the earth. Your chest still lifts up. On your next exhale, gently allow your head to tilt to the right ear, right shoulder. Pause right there. Just a gentle stretch. Allowing the crown of your head to reach towards the right. Spine stays long, shoulders towards the earth. Just feel the stretch in the side of the neck. And on your next exhale, gently allow the chin to come towards the chest. And then left ear, left shoulder. Pausing there. Take a few breaths. Maintain the starting position, lengthening through the spine. Just let the weight of your head going towards the shoulder be the stretch. Don't force it. Allow the weight of your shoulders going towards the earth, rooting you into the earth. Still feel that lifting through the sternum. Take one more inhale here, and then as you exhale, allow your chin to go towards your chest. Right ear, right shoulder. Inhale there. And then as you exhale, go forward, chin towards your chest, left ear, left shoulder. And just do this about 2 or 3 more times. And the next time your right ear is at your right shoulder, pause there. And as you inhale, come back up to neutral. All right, we'll do a reclined butterfly to start with. So, if you want to sit on a blanket, you can sit on a blanket. I like to have a bolster straight behind me. Soles of the feet together. If you feel like your legs need a little support, you can put a blanket underneath each knee. And then pull the bolster or blanket all the way up to you as you gently lie back on it. So you don't have a big space between the bottom of the bolster and your pillow or your hips. Allow your palms to face the ceiling, arms come out to the side. If you feel like your head is hanging down, you can put a blanket underneath your head. If you don't like the knees bent, then you can have your feet a little bit wider, a little bit further away from you. So come to that edge where it's not the maximum amount of difficulty. It's not the easiest, but it's kind of that middle of the road. You're feeling the sensation, you're noticing the effort. It's a good amount of effort, it's not too much. And find stillness there. And then try to hold that stillness without fidgeting, without changing positions, without scratching your nose, for the whole time that you're in the pose. If there's a sharp pain or something and you need to make an adjustment, feel free to do that. But in general, try to release the urge to move and to fidget. Maybe with each inhale you envision the length that you're creating in your spine, envision the energy that you're drawing down your spine. And as you exhale, send that energy anywhere you feel tightness or resistance. And tell it to soften. And then just notice, where are you feeling resistance? What are the messages that your muscles are giving you? And if you get distracted and you just are dying to get out of here or think of something else, maybe visualize as you inhale your chest lifting up to the ceiling, your breath expanding upward and outward. And as you exhale, imagine your ribs kind of pulling away from your spine and melting towards the earth. Imagine your arms getting heavy, your legs getting heavy. Your hips sinking down into the earth with every exhale. You got 6 more breaths right here. Long, slow, deep breaths. Last 2 rounds of breath wherever you're at. And then as you inhale, begin to extend your arms out and then up. And maybe grab your elbows. And as you exhale, allow your forearms to go over your head just for a few breaths. Allow the weight of your arms to hang over your head, opening up the front of your shoulders. Lengthening through the side body. Just a few deep breaths right here. Last 2 breaths. And then at the end of your next exhale, gently release your elbows and allow your arms to come out to the sides. And then carefully and slowly bring the soles of your feet to the floor as you bring your knees together. And when you're ready, on your next inhale, you're going to press your right forearm into the earth and use your left hand to either kind of press into your leg or the floor to push yourself up. And now we're going to do a forward fold Baddha Konasana. So same thing, but you're going to come forward. So if you want a wider stance, wider legs, diamond, you can have it wider. If you want them closer, you can have it closer. If you want to make it more challenging, a block on the floor between your feet is a little bit more difficult. You can also rest your head on a block in front of you. And as you forward fold, rest your head when you feel that. So when you feel that sensation, it's the beginning of a strenuous sensation, not the most challenging, not the easiest, but when you start to really notice that sensation, you want to pause there and find stillness. Maybe when you're in this pose, you breathe into the back of your rib cage, filling up the back of your lungs as you inhale. And as you exhale, maybe the weight of your chest will get a little bit heavier towards the earth. And allow your body to really just round and let go and soften wherever it needs to. With every exhale, find some place to soften. Where are you feeling resistance? Do you feel like you can go a little deeper after a minute or so? Do you feel like you need to back out, not go as deep? Listen to your body and respect the messages. But try to find some sort of comfort in that discomfort. And if you're really flexible, try not to go to the maximum of your flexibility. Pull back and build the strength. It's about 6 more breaths right here. Long, slow, deep inhalations. Last 2 breaths. And then when you're ready, as you inhale, slowly begin to allow your torso to stack over your hips. Release the block, bring your knees together, and take a moment kind of windshield wipering your legs together. Neutralize for a moment. This is one of my favorite little free massages that we can do. half butterfly. So straight, left leg straight, right leg bent, and you can either cross it over the knee, or you can put it on the floor like a Janu Shirshasana or a figure four. And we're gonna forward fold. So maybe you put blocks under your arms and you come to where you start to feel the effort. Maybe you use blocks under your head. Maybe you use a bolster. If you feel like you need support under the bent knee, go ahead and put a folded blanket under that. And breathe into the back side of your ribs again. 2/3 of your lungs are in the back of your rib cage. Everywhere you have rib, you have lung. So as you inhale, imagine the lung reaching in between the ribs, trying to find space. And as you exhale, just let gravity take the weight of your body naturally to the earth. Try to find your stillness. Resist the urge to fidget. You're about halfway there. So if you have low back stuff, when you fold, you come down more with a long spine as opposed to a rounded spine. But if you don't have low back stuff, you can let your spine round. You can let everything slump down. Last 6 breaths. Last 2. And then whenever you're ready, slowly and carefully as you inhale, I like to walk my hands back and kind of push my torso up and then straighten out that bent leg. You can windshield wiper, just take a moment, straight legs. And then when you're ready, right straight leg bent, left leg. So if you want to cross the left ankle on top of the knee for your figure four, you can do that. It's a half butterfly, or you can put it on the ground, kind of like that Janu Shirshasana. Sole the left foot inside the right leg. If you need something under the knee, because it's hanging, you can put something under the knee. If you need something to rest your arms on, put one on either side of the leg. And then I still like to get long as I come into it. Inhale, reach up, and then exhale. Come to that point of sensation where you're feeling it. It's not your max. It's not super easy. And then, I can't help it. The Iyengar training in me wants to keep a long spine and have all the cueing and alignment. But in yin, you can let it all go. The teacher that trained me says that she calls it ugly yoga. You can really kind of slouch and relax. It's about softening and releasing the holds. Again, breathing into the back of your ribs. And then maybe after a few moments, you decide that your edge is a little bit deeper or not as deep. Make the modification, then find the stillness again. Your foot doesn't have to be flexed or pointed. It can just be normal, relaxed. Your head can relax and hang. Whatever feels good to you. So what is the message that your body's telling you? Right now I'm having a hard time not fidgeting. Some days it's better than others. You're halfway there. It's only about 1.5 minutes left. So where you find the sensation, analyze what's the sensation feel like. Does it have a quality to it? Is it like sharp pain? That's too much, back out. Or is it a dull, achy pain? Is it tingly, fiery, pinch-like, rope-like? Just notice. It's about 6 more breaths. Last 2. And then when you're ready, begin to walk your hands back, lift your chest up. I like to put my hands behind me, straighten the bent leg. And then maybe go ahead and do this windshield wiper thing again. We'll do a caterpillar pose. For caterpillar, you'll have straight legs in front of you. It's basically that Paschimottanasana. So if you want to use a bolster to kind of rest on, you can do that. You can do blocks on either side and make that sort of Stonehenge device. Extend your arms, inhale, chest up, and as you exhale, fold, resting your forehead. Or maybe you even do this sort of unicorn thing. Just come into your forward fold. Analyze how you're feeling in the pose. Are you at the right depth of sensation? Is it too easy? Is it too hard? What can you do to make it more relaxing? Oh, I like that. I like putting my head on the block. That's nice. And then as you inhale, breathe into the back of your ribs again. We tend to breathe into the top front of our lungs. Let's fill up the back with every inhale. Make that at least a 6-count breath for both the inhale and the exhale. With every exhale, imagine your body sinking deeper into the earth and something softening even more. Your shoulders will soften, your arms, your ribs, your hips, your legs. When you get to the bottom, go back to the top again. Next exhale, maybe your scalp will soften, or your forehead, your neck, your jawline, your shoulders, your clavicle, your abdomen, your sacrum. Move down the path, softening along the way. Noticing the flow of energy in your body. Visualize the direction that the energy is flowing. This is great for your kidney meridians, your lung meridians. Fill up the back of the lungs where the kidneys are as you inhale. It's about 6 more long, slow, deep breaths. Last 2. And when you're ready, release your hands. Gently work your way up to seated. And then this time, let's do a reverse tabletop. Hands under your shoulders. Slide your heels in and lift your hips up. Let your head go back last. See if you can keep your knees over your heels, your shoulders over your wrists, and really reach the navel towards the ceiling. Let the head go back last. Stretch the front of the shoulders. Just 2 more breaths. And then when you're ready, slowly allow your hips to come to the ground. And we're going to do a supported bridge. So either take your block, or maybe a bolster, or mat if you have 2 towels folded up under your hips. That will work also. I'm going to use a rolled up blanket. Lay back. Slide your heels under your knees. As you inhale, lift your hips. Pull the block or the bolster or the folded up blankets underneath your hips. And then you decide how high you want it. Your feet can be a little bit wider than hips width apart. You can turn your toes out a little bit if you like. Just have your knees and toes going the same direction. Slide your arms away from the sides of your body, palms up. Take a nice deep inhale, close your eyes. And as you exhale, let everything sink and soften to the earth. So some options are, if you like, maybe you allow your knees to come towards each other. Just decide what feels good. And maybe when you're in this pose, as you breathe, breathe into the diaphragm, that middle area above your stomach between your ribs where they come apart or go together. As you inhale, imagine that area lifting up towards the ceiling, reaching and expanding for at least a count of 6. And as you exhale, exhale for a count of 12, so twice as long as the inhale. So if your inhale is 5, exhale for 10. And continue with that breath. Make sure with every exhale you slightly engage by pulling in about 2 inches below the navel to really make the most out of those low lung lobes. Notice how with each set of breaths, maybe 6 or 12, something softens and releases. Your sacrum lets go a little bit more. Your glutes soften. Your low back kind of softens. Soften your jaw, release your tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Soften your throat. Sink down deep into the back of your brain. With every exhale, feel your body getting heavier and heavier. Feel it sinking into the earth. Just about 12 more breaths. Last 6 breaths. Last breath. This time as you inhale, reach your arms up over your head, get really long, lengthen, make circles with the wrist. And then as you exhale, release your arms. arms towards either side of your body. And then lift your heels, and as you inhale, lift your hips, pull the blanket or bolster or block out from underneath you. And as you exhale, lay down for a little Shavasana. Straighten your legs, turn your palms up, allow your feet to kind of outer spiral. And just take a moment to kind of notice the effect on your body, the residue of the pose. And then when you're ready, you're going to wiggle your fingers and roll onto your belly for Sphinx pose. So roll to your favorite side, come to your abdomen. So you can do standard Sphinx, or you can take a rolled up blanket, folded up blanket, place it under your ribs. Come down to your belly. Standard Sphinx, your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Your fingers are spread wide. Your hands are shoulders width apart. I like to say it's kind of like a forklift, but I'm a boy mom, so everything was dump trucks and forklifts for me. So your pubic bone is on the floor. Your ribs are not on the floor. As you inhale, you're lifting the sternum up. The crown of your head reaches up. You're almost pressing down with your palms. Your feet are as wide as you can go. Like I like the outside edges of the mat, but until you don't feel pain in the low back. And then as you exhale, you sink into it. You allow the shoulders to go down the back. You allow the glutes to soften. So if this is too much for you, you can take your elbows a little bit further forward and hold them like that. You can also rest, let your head hang, or you can put it on a block. It's nice sometimes to have this folded up blanket underneath your ribs as well. But it can be a little more intense on the back. So you decide, where is your edge that you're going for today? So I have neck stuff. I don't really like my head to hang. I try to keep my neck neutral. But if it feels good, you can let your head hang. You can let your shoulders soften. Try to find a way to keep engaged in the glutes, but softly, not clenched. Keep lifting the chest up, but sinking into the joints. Notice where you feel resistance. Resist that urge to fidget and run away from the pose. Where can you soften? And still think of that energy of sternum lifting up and forward, crown of the head reaching up and away, arms pressing down, and then finding a stillness there. And then softening into that pose. Maybe you're just not letting your teeth clench. Maybe you're smiling. Maybe explore a few different head positions. Notice the flow of the energy going up and down the left and the right sides of your back, your legs, your arms. You can stay right here, but if you want to finish the last minute or so, going a little bit deeper for seal pose, you straighten your arms. You can walk them back as far as you like. Palms turn just a little bit out, chest up. Soften in the low back, soften in the glutes. Last 6 breaths. Last breath. When you're ready, gently turn your elbows out to the sides as you lower your chest down. If you had a blanket underneath your chest, go ahead and move that and lay down on your belly, resting your forehead on your forearms. And shift your hips just a little left and right until they kind of settle into stillness. On your next inhale, bend your right knee and slide it out to the side, allowing the right heel to be underneath the knee for a little half frog. If you want to make it a little more intense, you can put a folded up blanket or block underneath the knee. You can also put a sandbag on you if you like. I'm going to stay right here for a minute. Last 3 breaths right here. When you're ready, on your next exhale, gently straighten that right leg so both feet are side by side, and take a moment right there. You can shimmy your hips a little. And then whatever prop you had on the left side, if you wanted to use that again, move it over to the right side. And as you inhale, bend the left side rather. Bend that left knee so your left knee is in line with your hip and your left heel is directly under the knee. And if you want to put a prop under the knee to make it a little more intense, you can do that. Half frog, just opening up the hips. I've got a folded blanket underneath my knee, just to give it a little extra. 3 breaths. And whenever you're ready, on your next exhale, gently straighten that left leg and take a moment right there, laying prone. Shimmy your hips a little left and right. Just release the back. And go ahead and roll over so that you're lying on your back. We're going to do banana asana. So as you inhale, reach your arms up over your head and grab your left arm with your right forearm and gently pull your arm off to the right side so your torso gently goes off to the right side. And then cross your left leg on top of your right. And as you inhale, take your feet a little bit to the right so that you've got this crescent shape to the right. Your feet and arms are going off to the right side. This banana asana. I'm going to stay here for just a few moments. Notice where you're feeling sensations and send it an exhale. Last breath here. This time, as you inhale, allow your head to come back directly over your torso so your upper portion is straight. Release the arms and then uncross your legs and allow your legs to lie flat. Take one moment right here, laying flat. Little baby shavasana. Notice how you feel. Notice the sensations. And then this time, extend your arms up over your head. Grab your right wrist, or forearm rather, with the left hand. And as you inhale, pull that arm and your whole torso off to the left side, even lifting your head a little bit to pull over. And then cross the right leg on top of the left. Now your next inhale, take your feet a little bit over to the left. So your whole crescent moon is going towards the left, your hip to the right. Banana asana. Just a few more breaths. Last 2 breaths. And when you're ready, as you inhale, allow your body to straighten out. I let the head straighten first, and then the legs last, and then exhale. Take a moment in your mini shavasana. When you're ready, go ahead and bend your knees. Slide your heels in line with your sit bone and pull your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a big hug. And as you exhale, make circles circles with your hands on your knees. Go both directions. And then stop next time the knees are over your hips. Bring your arms into cactus. Take a nice deep inhale here. And as you exhale, let both knees go over to the right side. Do a recline twist, nice and slow. See if you can maybe stack your knees on top of each other. Maybe that right hand will kind of anchor down the top left knee. And then as you inhale, look to the left. Maybe even reach out to the left. See if you can let that left shoulder soften. Two more breaths. And shift your gaze towards the ceiling. As you inhale, allow your knees to come up over your hips. Pause right there. And as you exhale, allow your knees to go to the left side. Come on the outside edge of that left hip. And then inhale, look to the right. Reach out with that right arm so you're getting long through the side body. And as you exhale, let everything melt down towards the earth. Last breath. And when you're ready, allow your gaze to look up at the ceiling. As you inhale, allow your knees to come up over your hips. Pull them into your chest. As you exhale, make circles with your hands on your knees and allow that low back to release. And then set yourself up for your Shavasana. Make sure you're covered and nice and warm. Maybe something rolled up underneath your knees. We're going to do our Yoga Nidra portion. So lie comfortably, cover your eyes. So you're not going to fall asleep in this, but you're going to come to complete relaxation. We're just going to go through a body awareness, scanning. Yoga Nidra is a form of Tantra. It's not sleeping, it's not concentration. It's opening the inner chambers of your mind. In Yoga Nidra, you step down into the internal dimension of your consciousness. Even if you don't understand anything in Yoga Nidra, it doesn't matter. The sound of my voice acts like a rope, and just as you take the rope, you go in and out of the depths of the cave. So will the help of the sound. You'll venture in and out of the mind. Your eyes are closed, your body's still, the mind is in a mood to relax. You're not trying to concentrate, you make no effort to control the mind. You're practicing Yoga Nidra. Become aware of your whole body. You're lying in a beautiful room with other people, the same mental level. Almost everybody is emitting the same frequency of vibration. The whole atmosphere is charged with one powerful type of vibration. In this atmosphere, you're lying on your mat. Your body is still. The sound of your breath is very rhythmic and slow. Your body's in a state of relaxation. Now think mentally, I'm going to practice Yoga Nidra. I'm listening to the instructions. A constant communication is taking place between the instructor and myself. I can hear the sound of her voice and we are connected. One transmitter, many receivers. If you have a resolve or a sankalpa, resolution, go ahead and make that now. We'll begin the rotation of consciousness. Keep on listening to me and go on doing the practice that I indicate. No concentration. Don't try to analyze. Just become aware of your right hand thumb and then mentally say right hand thumb without moving it. Right hand, thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger. palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, hip, thigh, knee, calf muscle, ankle, heel, top of the foot, sole of the foot, the right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Left side. Now go to your left side and become aware of your left hand, thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, hip, thigh, knee, calf muscle, ankle, heel, top of the foot, sole of the foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Now go to the back of the body, back of the head, back of the neck. Right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, right buttock, right heel, left heel. Now the front of the body. Top of the head, forehead, right temple, right ear, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, middle of the eyebrows, right eye, right nostril, left nostril, the whole nose, right cheek, upper lip, lower lip, both lips together, chin, neck, right collarbone, left collarbone, right side of the chest, left side of the chest, middle of the chest, navel, upper abdomen, lower abdomen, right leg, right arm, left arm, the whole head, the whole body, the whole body, the whole body. Become aware of your body lying on the floor. There's a point where your body is in contact with the floor. Bring your awareness to that particular point of contact. The heels in the floor, both the heels are on the floor. There's a point where they touch the floor. Now from the top of the body, the head in the floor, the back in the floor, the right hand in the floor, the left hand in the floor, the right elbow in the floor, the left elbow in the floor, the buttocks in the floor, the hamstrings in the floor, the heels in the floor. Imagine the meeting points of the body and the floor, the whole body and the floor. The body is on the floor. Become aware of the whole body. Do not contract. Do not expand. Imagining your mind that the body's becoming heavy. Awaken the idea of heaviness in the body. Gradually feel the body becoming heavier and heavier. The head is becoming heavy. The right palm is heavy. The left palm is heavy. Both arms and shoulders are heavy. The back is heavy. The buttocks, the groin, heavy. The right thigh is heavy. The left thigh is heavy. Both kneecaps are heavy. Both legs are heavy. Both arms are heavy. The whole head is heavy. The eyes are heavy. The lips are heavy. The whole body is heavy. Keep on thinking that the whole body is heavy. Intensify the feeling of heaviness, then gradually relax, part by part. Now feel the body becoming lighter and lighter. The head is light, so light that it can even rise from the floor. The right hand, the left hand, both becoming lighter and lighter. Both arms, both shoulders are light. The back is light, the buttocks, the groin light. The right thigh is light, the left thigh is light. The right heel, the left heel. The whole body is light and weightless. When your body becomes weightless, you feel as though you're rising from the floor, as if the whole body is a mass of cotton. Now bring your mind's eye, your mind to the eyebrow center. Don't leave that point until I tell you to. I'll enumerate a few objects, and as I name each one, try to visualize it very quickly. If you can't, don't worry about it. Just keep on following the instructions. Sometimes I'll go fast, sometimes I'll go slow, but I'll come back to an image a number of times. Some of the images may be known, but don't think too much. The image should shine by itself. Bring your awareness to the eyebrow center. Darkness, a pink rose, waves on the ocean, blue sky in the evening, a dark night, tiny shining stars studded in the heavens, a high mountain range with snow-capped peaks, a ship sailing on the high seas, a white sandy beach, a virgin forest with tall and dense trees, a dove, a galloping horse, a small hut in the woods, a burning fire in the bush, a stormy night, a full moon, a mountain stream, a lonely rock in the mountains, a big garden of blooming flowers and a rising sun. Keep your awareness focused at the eyebrow center and visualize a large lake with lotus flowers, a sailing boat, people swimming, a lonely wooden hut in the mountains, a desolate valley, a high mountain with snow-capped peaks, a quiet evening, a beautiful sunset, chirping birds, tiger in the forest, elephant, cobra, the symbol of Om, the sound of a bell ringing, waves on the ocean, a ship at sail, a full moon, a calm and quiet evening in a moonlit valley, mountain streams, refreshing cold bath in mountain streams, the experience of exhilaration, become aware of the whole body. Become aware of the breath. Think I'm practicing Yoga Nidra. Visualize your whole body and everybody in the room. Become aware of your external environment, aware of yourself, and say to yourself, I'm practicing Yoga Nidra. Everyone around me is practicing Yoga Nidra. I'm visualizing my body and everybody here. And repeat that sankalpa 3 times if you had one. Become aware of the external environment. You can use that quote from the beginning of class, turn your can'ts into cans and your dreams into plans. And then come out of the spirit of Yoga Nidra and return with this normal awareness. Open your eyes nice and slow. If you want to stay there longer, you're more than welcome to because you're already relaxed and in your home. Thank you so much for allowing me to practice and share with you. It's always great to see you guys. I miss seeing you in person. Namaste, you guys. Maybe I'll see you in the morning, Matthew. Woo woo. Thanks, guys. How do you feel?
Great.
Good.
Great.
Could you hear me okay?
Yeah. Is there a class tomorrow? What time's class tomorrow?
Tomorrow I teach from 8 to 9 in the morning. It'll be a little faster paced, but it's a good class.
I can imagine. Okay, cool.
Good class. Namaste.
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Take care, you guys. Bye, Matthew. I'll see you later.